where the vibes are immaculate. Two cousins on the mic, just doing our thing, drifting from random stories to whatever last bring. We're brothers from another mother, coming at you with a plan. Pull up a chair and join the clan. Dos Primos, good jokes, good vibes, and good times. Automatic Dos Primos. Stay listening, stay laughing, and stay classy, America. I'm a Zen, like a style, while you're waiting, come around now and stay classy, America. Dos Primos, immaculate, irrational, irresistible.
Hello, folks. I'm Logan,
And I'm Lincoln.
and we're here to talk about the recent horse herpes outbreak.
Okay, now this is something not a lot of people have heard about because it's been kind of kept down. People are trying to cover it up, such as the government, big
Really?
horse,
Big herpes.
big herpes, and the glue industry.
Big glue.
So it's actually very large. The horse herpes outbreak is everywhere.
It
Okay,
is.
everywhere. The horse herpes outbreak, not a specific place, specific part of the country, part of the world, but the horse herpes outbreak. It is everywhere.
Even Guatemala.
Even Guatemala. Bet you wouldn't have guessed that. Okay, so I think we should start just kind of. Let's talk about what horses are. Let's give some facts into horses, just so you kind of know what we're talking about here. Okay, so let's start with some horse facts. Logan, take us away, please.
You know, horses can actually sleep while lying down and standing up.
Wow, did you know they also have the largest eyes of any land animal?
You don't say.
Yeah.
I would have thought the whale.
No, actually, not even close. The whale is way smaller in eye size. It's just not true at
crazy.
all. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yes.
Wow. Did you know horses can't vomit?
Wow. It's impossible.
Physically impossible.
What?
Yeah.
I
That's
had
a
no idea.
one-way highway. That is a
Wow.
one-way highway.
Interesting. Did you know baby horses okay, and they can run within hours of being birthed?
You don't say.
Yes.
I could do
It's a
that.
true story. No. Really. Within hours of being birthed, you were running.
Minutes.
I heard it took you 5 years to start walking.
That's true. Thanks for telling the whole world.
I thought I owed it to them. Okay.
Well, you're wrong.
Well, I didn't know. Okay. I feel like I owed it to them.
Well, did you know the fastest speed is 55 miles an hour? Fastest recorded speed.
For them sprinting.
Yeah. pretty much.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Swimming, actually.
Okay.
Which is
Okay.
sprinting.
Did you know they can also see 360 degrees around them? Almost. Other than their nose.
Really?
Almost 300. They can see here because their eyes are so large. They stick out a little bit. Even bigger than the whale.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you know horse teeth take up more space in their heads than their brain?
I did not know that. So are you saying that their teeth are so big? Or are you saying that their brain is just really small?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
A
Okay.
little bit of both.
You know, they do have big teeth, so it would make sense, actually.
Yeah.
They got a lot of them. Okay. So interesting. They also have incredible hearing. They can hear almost 180 degrees around them. So not only
Wow.
can they hear here, they can also hear over there.
Wow. That's amazing.
They can also hear here, but also over here. So almost 360 degrees around if you can both,
Wow.
both of them.
That is
Yes.
insane.
Insane.
Insane in the brain.
Yeah.
Insane in the
Yeah.
Wow. Did you know that horses can memorize human faces?
I did not know that.
So
I
be
had
nice
no
to your
idea.
horses, because they will remember.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you know? They are also ticklish. Horses are very ticklish. So, I don't know. I would imagine maybe in the armpits, in the belly area, maybe in other places as well that they could be ticklish.
Impressive.
Yes. What kind of sound do they make when they get tickled?
Probably a neigh.
I don't really know. Would you please give a demonstration for others?
Neigh, neigh,
I think it would be
neigh.
better if I was tickling you while you were doing it.
Let's not do that.
Okay. Moving on.
I'm
Then.
gonna file it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I did not do that.
Did not mean to do that.
Wow. Okay. Well, the average horse drinks 6 to 10 gallons a day.
Wow.
Water.
Agua. That is actually very impressive because sometimes I struggle getting 1 gallon of water.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
I do indeed. I just said that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I struggle to get 6. Like, that's pretty impressive.
Okay, that's actually very not true. He drinks even less than me. So,
I don't drink water.
okay, moving on. Horses cannot breathe through their mouths, but only through their nose. So they can't even breathe through their mouth at all, only their nose. So what happens when they get a stuffy nose?
They suffocate.
That is no good. No
Nope.
good at all. So you're saying we should keep our horses as healthy as possible?
Yeah, you could do that if you want.
Okay. Okay. Very, very well then. But did you know that a group of horses will elect a leader?
You don't say.
Yes. Might be the oldest person.
Might it be the strongest man?
Might be the strongest male, which is also known as the alpha.
In
Alpha,
this
if
case,
you
is
will.
it called the alpha?
In this case, I would refer to it as the alpha,
Not the beta.
not the beta. They have no respect for the beta.
What about the gamma?
Nope, no respect. Quite frankly, neither do we.
I don't
Okay.
respect the gamma.
Nope.
That's true.
Or the beta.
Or the beta. I don't respect betas.
So there you have it.
I mean, in the chain of command. Yeah.
Of course.
You know, one thing I guess I haven't heard you say yet is that horses will trust you.
Interesting.
They will actually lay their heads on you, and it's kind of like a little horse hug.
Huh. That is actually pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So they not only recognize you, but they trust you.
Do your horses do this to you?
I would like to say yes, but in reality, yes.
Touching. Truly touching.
Here's another interesting fact for you. Horses show emotion. Not only do they recognize you, trust you, but they show emotion. Maybe through their nostrils, which is interesting. Their ears, also interesting. Like some of this, seeing this, or their facial
I
expressions.
don't think they saw that. Yeah, they did.
Boom. Which brings us into our next part. So there's horse, herpes, outbreak. We talked about horse. Now we talk about herpes.
That's right.
Logan.
There are 2 main strains of herpes. HSV1, which is majority oral, and it's HSV2, which is genital.
Okay.
You got a lot of that.
Okay, and herpes is extremely common. Okay? Almost half of people have HSV1. You might not know it, but you might have it.
Did you know herpes can stay dormant in your body?
No.
Yeah.
No?
You can have all the symptoms. No, you actually can't have all the symptoms.
Yeah.
You'll have none of the symptoms, but you will have herpes.
Interesting.
And you can spread it to other people.
Huh. And can it reactivate later in life, maybe?
One could say so, yes.
Yes, indeed it can reactivate later in life.
Guess we want to get technical with it.
Interesting. Many people with herpes actually have no symptoms because of that, but they can still spread it. So while it may be dormant, while you have it, you can spread it, and then in that person, it might show symptoms. So if you have it, you should stay clean, get checked. Okay? get checked. You might have it when you're spreading it, but you don't know. If I do this and I have it, he might have it now. Well, I'm not showing any symptoms here. He might show some symptoms here. Okay,
I think I have symptoms.
possible.
You know, there's actually a cure.
Interesting.
It's a little shoddy.
Interesting. Okay. That is actually good to know.
Yeah, there's a cure.
Huh. Okay.
So if you need it, we got it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
It's actually also primarily transmitted through skin to skin contact. Just so you know. So if I do this, that's pretty much how it gets spread.
Yeah.
Okay. Mostly just skin to skin. It's as simple as that. Okay. Not air. I do have to touch them, but that's pretty simple because a lot of people touch a lot of people.
So if you're trying to spread herpes, touch people.
Or high fives will do it. Bang.
Even though it's all genital and oral.
It gets spread through skin to skin, though.
It does get spread
Okay.
skin to skin.
Good to know. Good to know. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, HSV 1 can spread to genital contact. Okay, so I'm not really going to go into the details there.
Okay.
But it can cause genital infections.
Yeah.
Now, if you want more detail on that, I suggest you do your own research.
Yeah.
We try to be a pretty family-friendly place here, so we're not going to go into too much detail.
No
about
detail at all. Honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. This is good news, though. While this may sound scary, this herpes thing, Logan, I know it seems scary to you, but it's actually not life-threatening. It's generally considered a manageable condition, so you can live with it. Not just when it's like dormant, but even when you have it and you're showing symptoms, it is a manageable condition that a lot of people can live through and live with it. Okay, but you should still get.
That is such a
vaccinated.
relief.
Yeah.
That's such a relief. Man, I'm happy you discovered that.
Yeah,
I was really scared.
yeah. Good deal.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Petrified.
Wow.
Quaking in my boots.
Sorry to hear that.
You know, people with herpes
Mhm.
can live normal lives.
No.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I guess that makes sense given the last little factoid.
They
If you
can,
will,
like, have relationships with children and stuff.
and just be totally fine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And have excellent health.
Wow. That is good news for you. Also, having herpes.
Why for me?
Also, having herpes does not reflect someone's character or lifestyle.
It can.
It's a medical condition, not a mental one, not a moral one, is obviously what I meant to say.
But
Okay.
sometimes it is.
So it can affect you here and elsewhere, but not here. This stays true. So stay true to who you are, even if you have it here, in here. But in here, no,
You don't know what's
Could be
happening out
bad.
there.
not
Now,
much.
Why don't we talk about horse herpes? We've talked about horses. We've talked about herpes.
Like it.
Now let's combine the two.
Only makes sense.
There is EHV. And that's
Okay.
pretty much the horse herpes variant.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not even going to try to read what that stands for.
It stands for equine herpes.
I don't think you said that right.
Equine herpes virus.
Yeah, sure, bud. You know, there are multiple strains.
Okay.
EHV1
Uh-huh.
and EHV4.
Okay. And
Maybe
which
the
one's
most
the
one?
most significant?
Those are the two most significant.
Okay. I believe. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. But there's more than that, is what you're saying.
There is more than that, but those are like really what you're going to see.
Okay. That's okay. I like that. Interesting. And EHV1, okay, being
Okay.
one of the most common ones, is a strain that can cause neurological problems, sometimes leading to paralysis. So your horse can be just fine and they go,
That's terrible when that happens. He had a horse do that recently.
not a good deal. Not anything you want to see. Okay? I don't know why anybody would want to see that. Really.
You're going to be alright.
Sounds
bud.
terrible.
You're gonna be all right.
Still getting over it myself, so
It's pretty
yeah.
recent. Yeah. You know, EHV is not sexually transmitted.
okay.
Very interesting. Huh?
Not like human herpes.
Not like human
Okay.
herpes. It spreads mainly through respiratory droplets.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. And respiratory droplets. What are those?
Well, you see, when you're breathing a lot, snot would be a respiratory droplet.
Okay.
Because it's through your respiratory system.
Yeah.
And it's a droplet.
Good answer.
Or like that stuff that sometimes you cough up.
Uh-huh.
I think they call it phlegm.
Yeah.
I believe that is also a respiratory droplet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very well. Good to know. Good to know. Now you know what a respiratory droplet is.
TB would also be a respiratory droplet.
Okay. Very good to know. Very good.
Tuberculosis. Yeah.
Is that not its own virus?
It is. Just giving a reference for what a respiratory droplet is.
Okay. So you kind of have some idea of what a respiratory droplet is now. Okay. But it's also, horses can't catch it, or can catch it from nose-to-nose contact. So when they're drinking water in their water trough, or they're feeding bucket, or even the equipment that you transfer from horse to horse, all these things that they touch with their nose, since they breathe through their nose, they can catch it from those if you spread it.
Very interesting.
Yes?
You may have caused your horse to get herpes because it can actually go from human hand to horse. And clothing. It
Interesting.
can stay on there and spread from horse to horse.
So it could have been my fault.
It was your fault.
Well, possible, but I'd like to assume that it was not my fault.
It was definitely your fault.
It was not my fault.
It was your fault. Moving on.
Okay, but much like human herpes, it can remain dormant. Okay, so you could have it but show no symptoms and live just fine. But it can also, but for horses it can remain dormant your entire life. But sometimes it also, most of the time, it reactivates later in life. But a lot of horses can have it, not show any symptoms, but spread it. This.
It's true, folks.
Yeah.
You heard it from us. When an outbreak of herpes happens for horses, much like in 2020 that we were quarantined to our houses, whole barns will be quarantined as to not spread it further. But you don't see any barns being quarantined, do you?
Yeah, do not. No.
That is because big horse, big herpes, big glue, and the government are all trying to get this outbreak out there and spread it.
That makes sense. And I'd like to go back to my last fact. Okay? That may remain dormant and it might not reactivate. But what causes it to reactivate?
That would be
when a horse gets stressed. Okay? Really? That's the main thing. Due to travel or physical activity. All these things cause it to reactivate. Cause stress in a horse.
Really? Would childbirth do that?
Childbirth can very easily cause horse herpes to reactivate. Wow. Yes. Wow. I know. Wow. Really mind-blowing. Boom. That's it.
Wow. EHV1.
Yeah.
Can cause neurological problems. Right?
Uh-huh.
You said that earlier.
Yeah.
But it can actually cause their hind legs to get really wobbly and unstable and they can't stand upright or really walk. So it's like a 24/7 stanky leg.
Wow. And I know that does sound funny. It is a funny thing to picture. It is not as funny for the horse because they cannot get rid of it. Think about doing that forever. Yeah. You would get tired of it. I would get tired of it. And I'm pretty good at doing the stanky leg.
Yeah, you're very good at it. Can you give us a demonstration, please? Oh, just absolutely beautiful.
And on a higher note, though, there is a vaccine for this virus. Okay, so if they have it, they're not gone. Okay, it's not too late for them. No, there is a virus that can cure them. Okay,
there's a virus that can cure them.
Yes, but it doesn't completely prevent infection or neurological complications. So it works best if you catch it before the neurological issues part of it. Because when they have that, it might be too late.
That's very interesting.
Yes.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
Good hygiene is a good way to prevent this. For your horse. Yeah. Whatever saddle you put on, make sure it's clean. You're using any type of tool, extracting a tooth, a comb.
Yes.
It's important that those are all clean.
Of
You know, and
course.
you got to be clean yourself. You got to have clean hands.
Uh-huh.
You don't want to just be causing that stuff to go around.
So what's commonly referred to as stable hygiene is what we're referring to.
Yeah, you want their stuff to be sterile.
Yes. You owe it to the horses, okay? Because they can't take care of themselves all the time.
You do.
Okay?
Yeah.
But here's some more also good news. Most horses do recover, okay, with the virus, especially if you catch it when it's early, okay? But if they already have the neurological problems, then it's too late, okay? So catch them before that when they start showing the symptoms, or just get your horses tested because it can spread to other horses. You owe it to them, okay?
You know, here's one thing for you.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes people can't afford a vaccine
It's true.
for their horse, and
True.
sometimes they don't have the time to take them to the vet.
Yeah.
You know, and that ain't cheap.
Uh-huh.
So here's a quick solution, kind of like a smoothie,
Okay.
that you can make yourself at home. Pretty much like a life hack if you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
And it starts with a cup and a half of ground beef.
Okay. Interesting. And I know it sounds weird, but please let me emphasize here, we're not scientists, okay? We're not even really researchers. We're just two guys doing a podcast trying to break down this conspiracy theory. But we are trying to be stopped by the government, and we are currently off-grid for a very good reason, because we're onto something here.
Yep.
So heed our words carefully. Second ingredient, 1 granola bar. What kind of granola bar?
Better have granola in it.
But I have granola, and it has to be in the shape of a bar, please.
Yeah. It can be this
Please.
big, it can be that big. We don't care.
Yeah.
It really works either way.
Either way.
You know, coconut shell.
Okay. And is it like sliced up, or?
You know, to answer your question, it's like coconut shell.
Okay.
I don't
see.
know what you're not understanding.
Very well then. Very well.
Yeah.
Yes, he does know his coconut shells,
I do.
guys. Fourth ingredient, and possibly final ingredient, is banana. Also, I feel like I don't need to explain that at all in any kind of way.
Really, if you know horses, you know bananas.
Yeah. Specifically banana, though, not bananas. Banana.
Yeah.
Please. Sorry.
I was just saying in general.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
Okay. But I know my banana.
Well, you also caused herpes in your horse. So. And the last ingredient is C. And do we even need to talk about that? Do we even need to talk about that?
I don't believe that we do. No.
Well, that's been a great podcast.
Has been a great podcast.
I think I see a Black Hawk helicopter.
There's a Black Hawk coming down because we are currently off the grid because we are onto something big here. They're trying to shut us down. So see you next time.
Goodbye.
This is Dos Primos.